Hi guys, it's Granny Tana speaking. Welcome to this FS25 tutorial video. In this video I'll show you how you can keep chickens in Farming Simulator. And here I already have a new chicken coop that is new to FS25 with some chickens inside. As you can see, they have different colors, and we will see how we can do this later in this video. And we have a rooster, and we already got some eggs. This looks like that, and I let them produce eggs for 1 day, and they didn't produce much because this chicken coop is rather small. We only have 30 animals, and therefore it takes a while until this pallet is full, and so it will add up more and more until it's full. And yeah, you could sell it like that, but it usually is better to wait until it's full, or rather full. Then you get halfway decent money. Like that you would only get very, very little money for that. Okay, so let's build a chicken coop, and then I show you how to buy the chicken, how to feed them, and so on and so forth. And by the way, chickens are easy to keep. You only need to feed them, no water is needed, no additional stuff, and you could easily have them just as a side project. They always make a nice farm noise, and so your farm feels more alive when you have chickens, and you can earn a little bit or a little bit more money with the eggs. Okay, now let's build a chicken coop. And I go into the build menu with Shift and P, and console players need to go into the shop and then from there to the build menu. So here we are. And when we start, usually here we start with the sheds, but we want to go to the animals. Here are the cow barns, horses, pigs, sheep, and chickens. And the small chicken coops start rather cheap, which is nice. So you have this cute chicken noise on your farm without spending too much money. And we start with this one. This is just a trough with a fence, and with this chicken pasture, you can enlarge the area of the pasture with changing the fence, but you don't have much more chickens inside. So it's not really worth it to enlarge the pasture, because you just have a bigger pasture and only very few chickens in addition. This chicken coop is good for 31 chickens, and if you keep the fence like that. And then we have this. This is still rather cheap. It's only 4,400, and you can have 30 chickens. And yeah, 30 chickens is really only for a small side project. You get some little money every year, so to say, and you don't earn a living with this, but it's very cute. And this one here is more expensive, and it holds only 20 chickens. I don't know why. This looks, in my opinion, it looks rather ugly, but if you like the style, it might be the perfect chicken coop for you. But I don't know why it's more expensive. No idea. And here this is even a little bit more expensive, also for 20 chickens. This is the same one that we have at Riverbend Springs on the farm, but the one that we get on the farm is only for decorative purposes. It doesn't work. So you have to build your own chicken coop. And this is good for 20 chickens. And I personally like it, but I like the white one with the dark gray roof better. And it's cheaper and has place for, so this one I like best from all those. But this is a thing of what taste you prefer. So then we have 2 chicken coops that are from Sri Lanka, the European map, the Central European map from Poland and so. And the actual chicken coop is just this tiny thingy here at the end. It's good for 20 chicken. The price is 25,000 bucks. And you have a building that you can't use for your tractors because the doors are too small. And then we have another one that costs 30,000, also for 20 chicken. And yeah, very tiny chicken coop and a building that you can't really use. And here we have a real chicken coop where you can make some decent money with your chickens. This is from Herman. We already had it in FS22, and you can have 360 chickens. So this is much better from the number. And the price is more expensive. But when you calculate the price per chicken, this is rather cheap compared to the last two. Yeah, and this is very modern and clean. And here you have the fence, so they have a pasture, and you can change the size of the pasture. And I'll show you how. So, and keep in mind, now the size is good for 360 chickens. And I click to place it down. And now I'm asked whether I want to customize the fence for the chicken coop. Yes, I want. So now here I have a fence and those 2 shiny green poles, and one is for the start here at the right side and the other one is the goal, so to say. And oh, I pressed the right mouse button, and no, I don't want to cancel the creation of the custom fence. Okay, so with the middle mouse button I can move it that I can look on top. And here you see the price for this fence is changing. And be aware you have to pay for this extra fence. If you just place the coop down, you have to place this 79,000 bucks if the area is flat. But if you want to have a custom fence, you have to pay for every meter of the fence, and it's expensive. This part of the fence is already 1,600 bucks. But I stay with this, I have enough money in the moment. So I click here, and then I have another branch of this fence, and I click again. Okay, and now is the last one, or rather the penultimate, because the last attaching it to this green post doesn't work rather often. Sometimes it works, but rather often not. And when you then delete the last segment with H, what is possible, you don't get your money back. And if you have a long fence part that you need to delete, and maybe 5 times, then you lose a lot of money. Therefore, I go rather close to the to my goal. Click, and now I have the last piece, and that will be cheaper. And if it doesn't work, it's not so bad that I lose some money. So now I click to this green post, and I'm lucky. This message means that it worked. It recognized, oh, the fence is done. And they asked me, do you want to plant the meadow for chicken coop? And here depends on what you want. If you already decorated the area where this chicken coop should be and you want to keep it like that, then you should press no. But if you are just happy with this chicken pasture being grass, then you can say yes. And here I have another coop hanging on my mouse. I don't want it. With escape I get rid of it. So now we build our chicken coop. Here it is. And I leave this build menu with escape. And we got a nice meadow. And if you want to decorate the area, then you would need to do this before building the pasture for the chicken, before placing the barn, because right now you can't place anything else in this area. And you can't paint bushes or so. So if you want it just like that, it's fine, and with more decoration, you should do it before building the chicken coop. So now we go and buy some chicken, and here is the silo for the food. This is the food symbol, and here we have the buy the chicken symbol with this paw. And I open the help menu, and here you can see open animal dialogue is with R on PC, and on console you will see a different symbol for this. So here we are. And the first thing that I see is this chicken coop has 0 chickens, yes, and it can hold up to 361 chickens. So enlarging this meadow only brought us 1 chicken more. And if you want to have as many chickens as possible, it's not a good idea to enlarge the chicken coop, because the size of the meadow doesn't really count, or only counts a little bit. And yeah, but if you want to have a nice lush chicken coop where they can roam around, then why not having a big pasture for the chickens? And they don't eat the grass, by the way. So now we go and buy the chickens. We have 3 different types. One is 0 month, and in reality a 0 month chicken would be much smaller and more on the yellow side. I guess this is more like maybe 3 months old or 2 months old or so, but it stays like that in its whole youth, and therefore I think it's okay to show it like that. This is a young chicken between 0 and 6 months. And if you want to have chickens to earn money, I wouldn't recommend to buy those small ones, because it takes quite a while until they start producing chickens, and you don't save so much money. You lose money in the end if you wait for them to grow up. And yeah, but if you spend nearly your last money on the chicken coop because the fence was so expensive, then it's better to have some young chickens than no chickens at all. And if you want to have cute baby chickens, then this is a good choice to buy them. So there are several reasons why it's a good idea to buy them, but money, or let's say profit, is not a good reason for them. But I want to have cute little chickens, therefore I buy 10 of them. So here I made a double click, and then I can choose the number, and then I can go on buy down here, and I'm asked whether I want to buy them, and I say yes, or rather buy, and I bought them. And yeah, you can only buy the chickens here directly at the barn. You can't transport it and buy it at the animal dealer, at least not in the base game. Now we buy an adult chicken that is 6 months old, and it costs 50 bucks per chicken, which is still a cheap price for Farming Simulator. I go on double click, and now I want to buy 10 as well. Okay. And don't worry, because they are only shown as white chicken. We get a variety of different chicken colors automatically, as we have seen in the other coop. And then there is the rooster. This is the only male animal in the base game. And yeah, it's very beautiful. I love it a lot, and I always buy at least one rooster or 2 roosters for my chicken coops, but it is good for nothing apart from being beautiful. I tested it very, very often in all variations. You don't need a rooster for getting eggs. You don't need a rooster for getting baby chickens. It's just, yeah, it's good for living up your chicken coop, as they say here. And there were always rumors that you get more eggs and so. That is not true. They are just beautiful. And I think that is a worth in itself, and therefore I always buy some roosters. A chicken coop without roosters is not possible in my imagination. But you're good to go without roosters if you don't need them. Okay, so now we bought them. I click on back, and let's have a look at our cute chickens. And you see the beautiful roosters? Now they are just sitting. Very often they run around, and then we have those colorful chickens, and they are so alive. And then there are the tiny, tiny little chickens. I guess they made those medium-sized baby chickens because the smaller one would have been so small that you couldn't have seen them. Here, now we see the rooster running around, and I think it's totally worth it. Yeah, and they make so funny noises. Okay, but now they need food. Here I have my tractor prepared with some wheat, and we go and feed them. And we go to this silo with the food. And a little bit further, and now we can unload. And here I give them wheat. but they also like to eat barley and sorghum. And if you only have some chickens in this small coop, you can give them whatever you want of those three. It doesn't matter at all because they don't eat much. But if you have this bigger coop and want to make some money with the chickens, I would recommend to grow barley to feed them. Because the chickens, they don't care what type of grain they get. They eat the same amount if it's wheat, sorghum or barley. But if you grow those crops on the field, you get much more barley from the field than wheat or sorghum. And therefore, it's cheaper for you to feed them barley than the other two. And yeah, but that is only important if you have a lot of chickens that eat a lot and where this is heavy on your money account. And for this small chicken coop, I would just give them what is left over from the last harvest. And here we have this spawn area. There we will see the eggs, when the eggs will spawn. And it will take a while. But from those coop, if it's full, you get some eggs regularly and you can sell it. And yeah, if you ask yourself whether it's worth it to grow chickens and not eggs, then eggs would be a byproduct. I would say it's not worth it. So from the small chicken, growing them to the big chickens or let them reproduce, you get from each adult chicken, you get a new chicken. Let's go there, then we can see it. We just go there because then we even get more information. So here we have it. The gestation period is 2 months. So every 2 months you would get one more little chicken out of it. But that needs to grow for 6 months and needs to be fed. And yeah, because the small one is really worth no much money. But if you want to sell an adult one with good health, you click on this here. This has been here for 1 month. It has full productivity. It's completely healthy. And you would only get $25. So it's totally not worth it to grow the chickens for money. It's only good for the eggs. Yeah, I think that is important to know. With the pigs, it's different. You grow them for their reproduction rate, and with the horses as well, you lose money. Yeah, but not with the chickens. Okay. Yeah, that's about it with the chickens in FS25. If you want to buy FS25 or a DLC, feel free to use my code OMATANA. You'll find the link for the PC version in the video description. It doesn't cost you anything extra and supports me a lot. Now I wish you a wonderful day, thank you for watching and all the best till next time. Tschüss!